Is this new 25-watt MagSafe Charger fast? Short answer is yeah. Should you get it? No. This thing reminds me of first date I had. The first 10 minutes were great. The last 10 years have been awful. Now this was a stealth update by Apple, and I think it's a pretty big deal because Apple claims that you can get approximately 50% in 30 minutes for your iPhone with this charger. And up until now, the fastest way to charge an iPhone was through a wired connection. Not anymore. Now I have spent the last week doing a pile of charge tests between a iPhone 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, iPhone 16 Pro, and the 16 Pro Max. And you wanna know what's more interesting than watching paint dry? Watching iPhones charge. So in the next few minutes, you're gonna find out how much faster MagSafe 2 is against older MagSafe compatible chargers, the OG 15-watt charger, as well as Qi2 chargers. And at the end of this video, you're gonna find out why this charger is more sizzle than steak. Now the OG version of MagSafe has been around for 4 years, had a maximum 15 watts, and you would typically use it with a 20-watt charger. This is the old charger, this is the new charger. Can you see the difference? First difference is the size. The older one is thicker than the new one, and the finish is different. Kind of fabric on the new one, plastic on the old one. Now with the 25-watt charger, which I'll refer to as MagSafe 2, you'll need at least a 30-watt charger. And for my testing, it doesn't have to be an Apple one. I've tested a bunch of third-party chargers with it, and guess what? The results are the same! I've gone down the rabbit hole for wall chargers, so do check out those videos for my top 5 and top 3 recommendations. So how fast is MagSafe 2? For my charge test, on an iPhone 16 Pro, I got about 46% in 30 minutes. So it's kind of close to Apple's claim of around 50%. On the 16 Pro Max, I got about 43%. So not as close as the 50% Apple claims. When I use this charger on the 15s, I got 40% and 35%. So yeah, MagSafe 2 definitely provided a speed boost only for the iPhone 16s. So basically anything that's older than an iPhone 15, Apple's basically telling you to upgrade to a 5-button iPhone. Before we continue on, I'm a reviewer, not an influencer, so in doing this video, I had to show you guys a lot of products. I've done a lot of testing to figure out what the best Qi2 accessories are, so do check out those videos. So how much faster is MagSafe 2 compared to MagSafe compatible chargers? For the last 3 or 4 years, we've been bombarded by products that say MagSafe compatible. Just because something fits doesn't mean it belongs there. That's a life lesson that we've all had to learn, right, Monty? These MagSafe compatible products are basically the Rolex versions of MagSafe. Now most of these products here operate at 7.5 watts. In my 30-minute charge test for all the MagSafe compatible products is 22% in 30 minutes. So with the new MagSafe charger, you're basically getting twice the amount of charge. But here's something, you're paying 2.5 times more for the new MagSafe charger when compared to the best MagSafe compatible one that I've tested. Does that make sense? So how does the new MagSafe charger compare against the old one? 25 watts versus 15 watts. So if we do some math, Monty, it's gotta be 67% faster, right? Nope. So on the iPhone 16 and the 16 Pro Max, it was 41% and 34% respectively. So 12% and 26% faster. And Monty, is 67% smaller than 12 and 26? So here's a charge graph from one of my tests for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The 25-watt charger basically starts off hot and heavy and then suddenly needs a nap. And the fluctuation that you saw in the chart, that's kind of where things get uncomfortable for me. Here's the same graph, same setup, but with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Can you see the difference? So how does the new charger compare against Qi2 chargers? Qi2 accessories have gotten big over the last year. As of right now, the maximum wattage for a Qi2 device is 15 watts, which is the same as the OG MagSafe charger. So when I compared the MagSafe 2 charge rates to all the Qi2 car chargers I've tested, it was 31% faster. For multi-chargers, it was 44% faster. And for the Qi2 power banks, it was 15% faster. That was for all the products. When I compare them against my best products in each category, for car chargers, it was 18% faster. For multi-chargers, it was 10%. And for battery banks, it was actually 6% slower. So overall, this thing is faster compared to most products, but against my top products, not a huge difference. Now I've done a huge roundup video for all these Qi2 products, so if you want to know which ones I think are the best, well, check those videos out. The last difference I'll note is the temperature. When it came to Qi2 products, it usually sat around 45 to 50 degrees Celsius, but with these MagSafe chargers, this one was around 41 and the OG was around 40. Which makes sense to me based on what I'm about to show you, which is the worrisome part. This is a graph with the new MagSafe charger attached to an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Look how constant it is. Now look at this graph, same setup, but with an iPhone 16 Pro Max, and look how variable it is on the iPhone 16 Pro. Those two charts I just showed you, same setup, same chargers, same outlets, same everything, just the device is different. Here's a graph of one of the Qi2 accessories I use. Again, the wattage is pretty consistent. And here's a graph of the iPhone 16 Pro with the new MagSafe charger. there are really big jumps in the wattages. And I'm pretty sure these big erratic jumps in wattages can't be good for your iPhone 16's battery. Now again, I'm a reviewer, not an expert on electronics, but kind of from my experience, I've seen a lot of normal charge curves usually start at very constant and then slowly peter out towards the end. But the graphs on the iPhone 16 are kind of everywhere, and that's not a good thing for the health of your iPhone's battery. Now from my perspective, it's probably a software issue that Apple's going to fix in the near future, but also this thing is kind of new and I'm pretty sure Apple doesn't quite know what to do with it fully, which is why we're seeing those fluctuations in the charge graphs. So that's why I say don't get this right now, because I don't know. I don't think it'd be too healthy for your iPhone's battery. That's all I got for this video. Questions, comments, leave them down there. Again, if you want to check out some of the stuff that I've reviewed, check out those playlists. I'm a reviewer, not an influencer. I don't care what products you get. I just want you guys to have the best options possible because there is a lot of crap out there.